All right, Michael, tough conversation. A lot of people aren't going to like what we have to say here because it's going to create agita. It's going to create heartburn. It's going to create them having to do something.
Dude, what was that first word?
Agita.
I have no idea what that is.
That's Italian for heartburn.
Oh, it's Italian. Thank God. At least it's not English. I don't know that word.
That's at least what Ashley's grandma calls it. She's like, "How you giving me agita?" I was like, okay. I think that's Italian, but I could be wrong. I know that people will correct me. There's no doubt.
Well, what I am really happy about is that was not an English word that a ninth grade dropout knew that I didn't know. I feel so much better. God, you have no idea how scared I was there for a second.
A ninth grade dropout that doesn't read. We covered that yesterday with the Three Amigos. I do not read.
I don't know.
At best, I listen. At best. But one of the things, so the purpose of this video and what I wanted to talk about here was the power of relationship. So what I wanted to do was do a little exercise with you that I think that 90% of the people that have read your book or haven't read your book and haven't taken your course yet, I think this is one exercise I just kind of wanted to walk through with you. So I appreciate your willingness to do this.
Of course.
Imagine your portfolio or your business today having one broker, one banker, and an agent that you might have talked to in the past that that knows kind of what you want.
Why are you doing this to me?
Because I think it's important. It's relationship.
So I see where you're going with this. And let me just say, people that follow me or hear us talk, we always say this is a relationship business or this is a people business, all of that. So they hear those words, but they don't know what it means. So let me give you an example. If I had one broker, one banker, one agent, I would probably have 2 or 3 units and they would probably be crap deals. I mean, let's just be real, right?
Yeah.
And again, let's just have the hard conversation. A lot of people watching this will tell us, Michael, I got the agent.
I got the guy.
I got him.
Got the guy.
The one.
The one.
And, let's just for shits and giggles, pretend like they've got the number one agent in the city.
Yep.
Fine.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
Fine.
It can happen.
What do I know?
Sure.
There's a couple of things. First off, even if they're the number one agent in the market, that still leaves 98.7% of the market uncovered, because even the best one does a small fraction of the business.
Correct.
The second thing to realize is you are a nothing. If you are talking, I have hundreds of units.
Yes.
That I know the top 5 agents in Fresno.
Yep.
Like know them. Like they see my phone and will pick it up. Do you know how long it took to get on that level?
10 years.
10 years. I mean, 12 years. I mean, doing dozens of deals a year before they were like, oh, I better talk to this guy. Because again, right, I'm a sales guy like you, right? So I figured out who the top 5 were. I called them.
That's right.
Cold called them. I'm a blah, 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 investor. I'm going to be, this, that, the other thing. And I remember the first time I did that. In the first week, I called them until they called me back. 2 of them never called me back, and I called them multiple times, left voicemails. And the other 3 had one of their peons call me.
Love that.
I did not talk to the first 5 agents until I talked to one of them because they were the listing agent on one deal, like at year 6 or something.
Yeah.
The others didn't talk to me for 10 or 12 years. I'm a nothing. Even if you know who they are, you are going to get the crumbs that their top people, unless you are put money in their pocket or you are related to them.
That's right.
You are not getting squat, even if you're with the number one agent. So my first word of caution is never tell me you've got the guy or the girl or the woman or the whatever the right word is. You need to have dozens. Now you could have your favorite.
Yes.
You could have the one that you will bring deals that you find to. Awesome. But your job is to tell everybody, every agent, every friend, what your buy box is. And if you don't know what that is, buy the darn course. It's step freaking 1.
Yeah.
But I mean, it should, I have been so verbose or in people's face at conferences.
Yeah.
I'm saying, do you have a business card? Yeah, blah, blah, blah. On the back of it should be your buy box. Tell everybody what you are looking to buy, because you just never know. The deals that I did in 2020, which was the hardest year to be an investor, were all from relationships. You never have the guy. Now let's go to bankers. Bankers are a fickle creature. Sometimes their banks want to lend, sometimes they don't.
Sometimes they don't.
It's just, and you don't know why. And banks get bought and bankers quit and this, that, the other thing. Oh my God. And then if you get to 4 loans back in the day, you couldn't get another deal. And then there's hard money. And it's just, you have no idea how that your setup made me vibrate with anxiety. Like I'd still be working. Today would be Friday, not Saturday, right? It's just
correct.
That it would blow. It is impossible. I probably know 250 real estate agents. Probably 150 of them know me well enough to pick up the phone, right? Yep. They see my number. Bankers, lenders of all types, dozens. And again, folks, I don't say these numbers to brag. I say these numbers like, shit, they got to be bigger.
Yeah.
I need more. I'm not done. You should be networking and growing all the time. For the first 10 years, I had a goal of meeting 5 new people a week. And all you got to do is ask for referrals. Hey, Matt, who do you know? Who are 5 other people I should talk to? Or who's one person I should talk to? It's so, the real estate industry is wonderful because people will network because it's a very small click, but also it's small. So don't be a dick or go against your word, because that will get around and you'll be frozen out. So yeah, there's no chance in hell I would only have 1 agent, 1 banker, and 1 8. Oh, that was a scary thought.
Well, the other thing that you can find too, Mike, is that, I find that then there's that familiarity with your name. When you're in a deal, they take your deal and your offer more seriously.
For sure.
And then there's also, you understand and know if one of those agents that you're working with or speaking with is not well perceived. There's a couple of those agents in my area where if they have a deal, I'm not interested.
Oh, there's one agent I'll never deal with again.
Correct.
They're a pretty decent agent. They screwed me on a deal.
Yep.
I don't care if it's a deal of the decade. I'm not doing a deal with that guy.
Had exactly the same issue, had exactly the same thing. We walked it before she wanted to post it online. She's like, I said, can you get a deal done with the owner? She said, absolutely. I said, what number are they looking for? They looked at the number. I said, you know what? Yeah, we'll do that number. She said, okay, great. That night, 10 o'clock at night, I get an alert. This property has just been posted on MLS. Guess who's not getting my business ever again?
Exactly.
I don't need it. Don't need it. Just that simple.
No one deal is worth. Yeah. No, sorry.
Nope. And I'll make sure to let every other investor know exactly what the experience was.
Oh yeah. Again, people need to realize one of the things you learn in sales is good news doesn't travel well, right? You have to have 20 great experiences to have one person tell someone, but you have 1 bad experience, you tell 20 people.
Right. 100%.
Don't ask me why that works that way, but it does. Bad news travels faster.
Very, very fast. Yeah. So again, when we talk about relationship and what Mike had as a goal of 5 a week, that's admittedly aggressive. However, you can do it and
get uncomfortable.
This is what it gets you. Right. Exactly. This is what it gets you. But at a bare minimum, if you're getting in this game, it should be at least 1 or 2 a week.
Well, let's say it. It's 2. The new goal, two a week. And again, it's easy. Ask for referrals. And it's a lot easier today, right? You could do stuff over Zoom or a chat, or email. There's lots of ways you could meet, but tell everybody your buy box.
Absolutely. 100%. And what was really interesting was, and we're going to cover this up in the next video, is successful offers and deals and having that network, understanding how they all click together. I won 2 deals this last week and neither one was I the highest. But I was the best. So that's what we want to instill in people, is that these relationships are so important. Don't have one broker, even if you think that they're the man or the woman. Don't think that you've got it covered because you've got one bank you're having conversation to. I learned a very unique term that bankers use. They call it market saturation. If they have a bunch of product, if they have a bunch of deals that they've recently done in a given market, they'll step back from that market to make sure that they're not doing something that they shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
And that all of a sudden means that if you only have one bank and your deal happens to be in that market, bye-bye deal.
Doesn't matter.
Or try going and having a conversation with a brand new banker for the very first time. You've never talked with them before. Let me know what level of treatment that you get from them, because you're probably going to spend a couple of days waiting for a return call, which means that deal's dead by then.
Yeah. And again, you do the work early, right? Whether it's talking to mortgage brokers or non-QM lenders, have a file created, right? Take out that first 7 to 10 days of back and forth. Tell them what you're doing. Tell everyone your buy box. That means tell your banker, it tells your real estate agents, tell your real estate meetup. I would seriously put it on the back of your business card. Why not? It's your buy box. Be proud of it.
So the weirdest lead that I just got I believe it beats the lead that I got, which was a boyfriend of a girl who's currently one of my tenants.
I remember
that led to 2 deals. Even more interesting, yesterday, had an inspection done on one of the properties. The inspector calls me. I've used him a couple of times, and he goes, "Hey, I know you weren't able to be here." He knows everything that's going on with Eliana. He said, "Quick question for you. I think I just inspected a property that I heard the deal just fell apart on, and it's a foreclosure. Would you have any interest in hearing about that?" I was like, "Yes, I would."
Yes, I would.
Tells me all about the deal. It's a big house, 3-bedroom with a loft on top. It's foreclosure. Somebody just pulled out of doing the deal there. So now I know the bank is desperate.
Yeah.
Because they want to still put a deal together.
They probably want to get it off the books this year.
Exactly. From an inspector that inspected another property that just inspected mine, but this guy knows what I buy.
And then I know you'll do this, but I'll just want to get it on video here. You, assuming the deal closes, you'll send that guy a little something.
100%.
Oh, absolutely.
100%. Envelope with cash. 100%.
Envelope with cash. Yeah, cash. You're like, oh, this fell out of your pocket.
Exactly. Envelope with cash. Absolutely.
Many times.
If you think enough of me to think of me when something comes up, I will surely not forget you.
Yeah. Assuming it closes. Yeah.
Exactly. And he just earned every inspection moving forward.
Lifetime business. Yes.
Lifetime business. I mean, he'd have to miss something pretty big to get fired.
Yeah.
So good for him. And again, this is why we do this. So it's all about those relationships, creating them before you need them, because you never know when you'll need to pull on that relationship to say, "Hey, I've got an opportunity for both of us." Because obviously banks make money when they lend. And brokers
never be satisfied. Never be satisfied. Right. Oh, I'm 21 years. I'm still looking to grow. New people come and go all the time.
That's right.
I have been doing this so long. My number 1 title agent has retired. My number 1 insurance agent has retired.
Yeah.
Right. And again, 15 years with my number 1 title and like 13 years with my insurance agent. They've retired. I've been doing this so long. That's awesome. Yeah. Now you get the next generation. It's just fun.
Yeah, totally agree.
Never stop.
And you hope that it was somebody with them that they trained up.
Yeah.
Because that's been fun. I've been through a couple of those transitions. That's been fun. So Mike, where can everybody find you, my friend?
One rental at a time. Go to your Google search bar. You should say books, YouTube, Instagram, website, courses, all good stuff.
Everything's there. As I always say, we spend a ton of time creating great content for you guys. Hit the subscribe, hit the like button, attend some of these live streams. You get Mike for an hour. You get me for 3 hours on Sundays. Spend some time on the live stream. You will learn a bunch, not only from me, but from other people chiming in their experiences. That's what we want to create. We want to create community because that's the only way that we're going to help 1 million people. 1 million people. Mike, thanks so much for the time. See you in segment 3.
You got it.